Most Canadians treat a TFSA or an RRSP like an investment product. However, these accounts don't actually generate returns. They simply decide how much of those returns you are allowed to keep. TFSAs, RRSPs, and FHSAs are government-issued tax wrappers. You take actual assets, like a stock or bond, and place them inside. While the investments inside might be identical, the wrapper you select determines the specific legal rules used to tax that money's growth. Selecting the wrong wrapper doesn't necessarily mean your portfolio will shrink, but it does guarantee that a significant portion of your long-term gains will be lost to unnecessary taxation. For years, figuring out where to put your savings was a straightforward choice between the TFSA and the RRSP. That shifted in 2023 with the launch of the First Home Savings Account. The government introduced a hybrid account that combined the primary advantages of the other two. This added layer of choice has left millions of Canadians uncertain about where to route their next paycheck to get the best possible return on their taxes. Navigating this system requires moving past guesswork and using a mathematical order of operations to prioritize every dollar of savings. To build that framework, we have to look at the mechanics of the three primary tools. The TFSA uses after-tax money, funds that have already been hit by income tax. In exchange, you get absolute flexibility. You can withdraw at any time, and your investment growth exits completely tax-free. The RRSP functions differently. You contribute pre-tax dollars, which secures an immediate deduction to lower your taxable income today. The trade-off is that you pay taxes later when you withdraw the money, ideally in retirement when you are in a lower tax bracket. Finally, the FHSA offers a specific double advantage. It provides the RRSP's upfront tax deduction on the way in and the TFSA's tax-free withdrawal on the way out, provided the funds are used for a first home. Because the FHSA is the only account that provides a tax break on both ends, it represents the starting point for the optimal savings flowchart. Step 1 of the flowchart begins with eligibility. Are you a Canadian resident who hasn't owned a principal home in the last 4 years? If you are, the first $8,000 of your annual savings should go here. There is no other account that can match the mathematical return of a double tax advantage. Even if you aren't certain you'll buy a home, the account includes a safety net. If you don't use the funds within 15 years, you can roll the entire balance into your RRSP without affecting your existing contribution room. Skipping this account when you are eligible means ignoring an immediate tax refund that your future self could be compounding. Step 2 applies once the FHSA is full, or if you don't qualify for one. At this point, the decision is dictated by your current marginal tax rate. For those earning under roughly $55,000 a year, the TFSA is generally the stronger choice. At this income level, your tax bracket is low enough that an RRSP deduction provides very little immediate relief. For high earners, particularly those over $100,000, the RRSP takes priority. At higher marginal rates, the upfront tax deduction becomes a powerful tool for recovering capital you would otherwise lose to the CRA. This enables a strategy called account stacking. You contribute to the RRSP to generate a large tax refund and then immediately reinvest that entire refund check into your TFSA. This sequence ensures that every dollar of your savings is placed in the specific wrapper that offers the highest statistical advantage for your income level. The strategy only works if you avoid two mechanical pitfalls. The first is over-contributing. Limits like the $7,000 TFSA cap are strict, and the CRA tracks them across every institution you use. If you exceed these limits, you face a penalty of 1% per month on the highest excess amount until the funds are removed. The second mistake is the cash trap. Many people open these accounts but leave the money in a basic savings account inside the wrapper. A tax optimization strategy has no value if the capital itself isn't actually invested and compounding. Following this decision framework ensures your investment capital is sheltered as efficiently as possible. By routing funds in this specific order, you maximize the percentage of your returns that stays in your portfolio. Successfully managing these accounts doesn't require picking winning stocks. It only requires following the correct order of operations for your next dollar. To start, log into your CRA account to verify your exact contribution room and move your next available dollar into its optimal wrapper today.